Hey, model friends. This is Kevin coming at you from the Louisiana model shop after a couple of failed video attempts. So maybe we can get this one right. Hope everybody's doing good and enjoying their builds. This is going to be, I guess, kind of the second update of the Showtime Studios Hunter Selby truck build off. And as y'all know, I'm building the Mack DM600. And pretty good skill level kit for a fella of my caliber to bite off. I've been just back into it about 3 months, and this is pretty complex, but we're getting there. And I've never, no probably about it, I've never went to the extent that I went to with this one as far as sanding mold lines and injector points and that kind of thing. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it, and I've learned so much. I'm 50 years old, and when I started building models when I was 8 or 9 years old. Built them probably till I was 16, and then about 20 years ago, 18, 20 years ago, built them for a little while with my sons. And so we didn't have access to all these techniques and things back then, and you know, doing all this, and it's changed a bunch, and it's changed for the better. You know, like I didn't know anything about wiring engines and that kind of thing, and that's something I'm going to get into at a later date. Right now, I'm just going back through the basics. So anyhow, without further ado, let me swing this thing around, and I'll show y'all what we've got done. The instructions started out on this one a little different. Most of them start with the engine, and this one started with the rear end assembly, the leaf springs and the differentials and axles and that kind of thing. And so I got the rear assembly done here, and I've got a little light coat of primer on it where I could see if I missed anything, and of course I did. You can see on a place or two where I had to go back and redo, but and I tell you, I misjudged when I put these on. When I went to put the, I guess these are some kind of gearbox or whatnot, differential. Well, that goes onto the axle, and I didn't leave enough room. I've got to go back and redo. That one's pooched out a little bit. This one is too. I'll work on that. But didn't leave enough room for these to make it, so I had to disassemble that and start over. But I have sanded on seam lines on the axle till I'm about blue in the face, but we're just about there. So we got that done. The second assembly was the tires and wheels, and I tell you, first of all, the tires. Well, first let me do something a little different. The wheels came chrome on this thing, and this truck is should be more of an industrial type application for this tractor. And pulling log trailers and whatnot, which is what I'm going to do with this one, you just didn't see fancy chrome wheels. So I de-chromed them, painted them a gray looking color, and they were too gray. Well, you can see it right here. And so I went back and blackwashed them a little bit, but the tires didn't want to seat on the wheels properly, so I had to stuff them with cotton. And after watching Hunter's video, he stuffs his with putty, but I didn't. I mean, with clay, modeling clay, but I didn't have that. Now do. My little girl found me some, but I didn't have that at the time, so I used cotton. Well, then he caused some glue to spill out on some of them, as you can tell. Well, I've got to totally redo that one, but let me find you one here that I've got some glue situations on them that well, there's one right there. Anybody know how to get that glue out of there without having to totally retake them down and sand them? Let me know. But I got the wheel assemblies done, other than cleaning them back up. And of course, these are the air brake systems on them. Got the frame somewhat put together. It's got the injector points and seam lines out of it, and I've got almost all of it. There's a couple of little pieces, little cross member pieces that need to go on it, and I'll work on that some. And I've got the front axle, got some other parts that I've just got through de-chroming. A little bit done on the engine. It's gold. with transmission painted steel. Some are black, some are steel. I chose to go with steel. I just think it looks better. I think it's just a matter of preference. It is for me. But anyway, like for instance, on this cross member, and I've still got a little cleanup to do, looks like. It's the reason I lightly primed it so I could see, and then I'll sand it and paint it, get ready to paint black. But these injector points are filled with putty. And there's another one that had to be filled with putty too. You can see there I left it unprimed where you could see it. That's the only way to do it. And then several down along the sides could be sanded, but some just had to be filled in. And that was just all I could do. So anyway, getting ready to wet sand and get the cab prepped. I've got it washed and cleaned up. Getting it ready to paint before the humidity down in Louisiana just gets unbearable. So that's where I stand, and hopefully I'll get back with y'all in a couple of 3 days with another update. And until then, y'all take care. Happy modeling as always. God bless you.